Good evening. A Nowra woman is believed to be missing in floodwaters near Lismore. Police say emergency services searched for several hours late last night after reports a woman had been trapped in her vehicle. The 55-year-old was recruited up to the area to work as an aged care nurse. The multi-agency search continued throughout the day, but she's yet to be found. Community feedback's being sought for the proposed design of the $438 million Shoalhaven Hospital redevelopment. The design includes a new acute services building connected to the existing hospital with a rooftop helipad. The redevelopment will also include new cardiology, mental health and aged care wards. And the Yours and Ours festival has been cancelled due to flooding. Organisers say the event wouldn't be safe after the amount of rain over the past few weeks. Ticket holders will receive full refunds and will be contacted directly by Mosh Tips. Good evening. More than $1 million worth of CT scanners and ultrasound machines have been delivered to Portland District Health today. Health Minister Martin Foley says there's still much to be done as the Health Service discusses how to implement recent findings from the Hillis Review. The results have highlighted issues with the structure of PDH, while acknowledging staff dedication is not a problem. Warrnambool's iconic harbour has reopened following emergency repairs from storm damage on the breakwater. The long wait is now over for local anglers who have access to new boating facilities and infrastructure to the tune of nearly $4 million. Ports Minister Melissa Horne says the repairs will go a long way to supporting the Bay community. And Moyne has come out on top of the southwest. Council will get more than $2.7 million from the federal budget to boost local issues. Partly cloudy and a top of 18 expected for storm. More soon. Good evening. Bendigo is set to become a national hub for vaccine development to improve animal health with a new state-of-the-art laboratory funded through the state government. The lab will be run by APM Animal Health and is set to be built adjacent to the company's headquarters in Pipers Lane. APM currently makes vaccines for bacterial diseases in pigs, poultry and cattle, and where there are existing market gaps or no commercial vaccines available. Construction is expected to be completed by 2025. And police need your help in locating missing man Richard, who is believed to be in the Swan Hill area. The 53-year-old Meadow Heights man was last seen on March 18 with the intention of travelling with his dog to Queensland. He may be in his blue Toyota Camry sedan with Queensland plates. If you have any information, you're urged to contact Broadmeadows Police Station or Crime Stoppers. Good evening. The federal government has vowed to expand the first home buyer scheme in a bid to entice voters to the coalition. But with Canberra's median house prices sitting at $1 million and units at $600,000, the scheme is out of reach for many hoping to live the Australian dream. The scheme's cap in the ACT is for properties worth up to $500,000. The scheme is set to be expanded to 50,000 places every year for 3 years. Bookings are now open for eligible Canberrans to get their 4th COVID vaccine. You can get the shot if you're over 65, an Indigenous person over 50 or live in aged or disability care. Canberrans over 16 who are immunocompromised are now also eligible to receive a winter booster. And Canberra's Nick Kyrgios has lost the Miami Open final to Italian Yannick Sinner 7-6, 6-3. Kyrgios also received 2 code violations. Good evening. The 2022 federal budget has managed to score some wins for Gippsland. $182 million will fund upgrades to the road and rail network. At least $103 million is heading towards the ongoing Gippsland rail line improvements. The Princess Highway also managed to secure a hefty slice, $35.5 million, to be allocated to duplication work. A new wind farm will be built in Delburn despite once being flagged as a potential fire risk. The permit was approved by the Planning Minister and is set to be developed by OMSI Australia. The decision has caused major backlash across the region though due to its proximity to densely populated areas. South Gippsland MP Danny O'Brien slamming the proposal, saying the development is not appropriate. And Bairnsdale residents have been reminded to lock up their cars if they don't want stuff to be stolen. It follows an increase in thefts from unlocked vehicles. Good evening. A 39-year-old man is behind bars tonight after being charged over an armed hold-up and carjackings in Cessnock. A female worker at a bottle shop on Copper Street was threatened with a knife by a man just after 12:30 yesterday afternoon. He fled with cash. Shortly after, he threatened a 68-year-old man with a knife, demanding his car. The man refused and the offender fled in another vehicle. 10 minutes later, an 83-year-old man was at a service station on Annandale Street in Kersley before being pushed over as a man stole a red sedan. And a petition has been launched calling on all levels of government to address the underfunding of local roads on the Central Coast. Labor candidate for Robertson, Dr Gordon Reid, has called on residents to get behind his petition and send a strong message to government. 21 and showers are expected for Scone. There'll be more news coming up shortly.